Okay, help! I got a ticket. What does that mean and what do I do with it? I'm an honest citizen. I just pay it and go down the road. Wrong. Traffic citations are issued as a routine part of a municipality or other governmental area's duties. Hopefully it's not something that happens a lot, but when it does happen, you need to make a conscientious decision about what to do about this. As we know from our auto insurance video, traffic dings on your record will affect and impact insurance rates and coverage. Most areas have a system whereby the prosecutors will make amendments, or what people call fixing a ticket. There are attorneys who are available to do that. Whether you have a company attorney or a business attorney, they likely know somebody who can do it, who might be able to help out. There are also designated people, and that's their main area of practice, which is handling traffic matters. They're typically matters handled in municipal court. And here I'm primarily talking about a speeding ticket. A speeding ticket or another moving violation. Moving violations, they're called different things in different jurisdictions, but these are generally infractions that occur that will impact the driver's license of the person driving the car. So this would be running a stop sign, going through a red light, failing to yield, driving too closely, driving while impaired, which could be DWI or DUI, speeding, things like that. Hopefully you're not driving while impaired. Hopefully you are driving with your seatbelt and you are not using your cell phone or using hands-free, etc., according to the laws of the jurisdiction in which you're driving. However, sometimes things happen, and if you have a speeding infraction or another type of infraction involving a vehicle and there was not an accident and it is not involving alcohol or drugs, then there is an opportunity, most likely, at least for you to inquire as to whether that's something that could be amended. Amending it will depend upon the jurisdiction. You do or do not need an attorney depending upon where you are, so you can ask. There are people, there are areas where people can go in and seek this type of arrangement on their own. You should think about this carefully. What is your time better spent? Is it better spent trying to figure out how to legally address a traffic citation, or is your time better spent working on your chosen profession and you pay someone who does this all the time to take care of it for you? That's a personal decision. Sometimes you're allowed to do it on your own if you choose to do that, and some places you're not. Now, the arrangements vary. It is going to cost more money. First of all, if you're going to hire an attorney, there's going to be a charge for the attorney. And second of all, if you're going to have any type of amendment or concession on the violation, that's going to cost more money. It's just a function of supply and demand, and the municipalities make these arrangements available, or whatever jurisdiction, and then there's a cost. It's a cost of doing business. It's a convenience for you. It's a safety issue for them. They're going to have parameters on what can or cannot be amended or adjusted or fixed. Like I said, DUI, DWI anymore are strictly no tolerance. And back in the olden days, they could sometimes modify those. There may be probation or diversion available, but those are definitely not automatic. Now, others that might be automatic would be basic speeding within certain parameters. You'll need to find out, and your attorney will know this. So this is, you should call an attorney, but that's your call. They'll know what is or is not within the parameters. There are typical rules. Some of them might be depending upon the posted speed. within 20 miles. Less than 20 miles over, it might be amendable. It might only be 10 over, it might be amendable. You might be only going 4 or 5 over, and that's not a moving violation in the first place. So the first place to start is this a moving violation? Is this going to result in either points on my record or a like an X mark? Different jurisdictions have different rules on the driving. Some it is a scaled point system, and when you reach a certain number of points, your license is suspended and you can no longer drive. And then the points are assigned based on the severity of the category of the violation. Other places it's a flat number. So many violations within a particular, usually it's a year or calendar year or 12 months or some other similar framework, and then the penalties kick in. So you need to find out what this situation that is being faced, what category it falls within. Is it something that is amendable? Do you have somebody who can do that for you? And what will be the cost? And what is the time frame? Then when you have your ticket or your original citation, it'll usually have a court date on it. So you need to act quickly so that the person that is helping you with this has the time to make the necessary arrangements. Sometimes they can have it set over onto an attorney plea docket that will postpone it out. If you have other financial issues going on and you need some time to get the money, they're not going to be able to pay the fine for you. You're going to need to be able to pay the attorney, and you're going to be able to give the attorney the money in advance or shortly after the court date so that the fine will be paid, or you'll go to the municipality and make direct payment on your own. They're not going to be advancing that amount for you. So find out, get to somebody fairly quickly. If you already have points on your license, you already have a violation on there, you're seeing something like this for the first time, and you've never been aware that there might be some type of relief, then the next one you get, you really should seek out somebody to help you, because there are certain situations where they are not amendable. Driving impaired, when there's an accident in a crosswalk are the standard ones, or driving way too fast, and hopefully you're not doing that. But there are situations where they are not amendable. So if you have one that is amendable, then it's prudent to go ahead and take care of that when you can. There are other charges that might go along with it. Lack of insurance. Most places require you to have insurance with you. If the insurance is in effect, it just wasn't on the person or in the car at the time, usually that's provided and that will be dropped. Other situations similar to that can also be amended. If there are more than one violation, as long as there was not abuse to the officer or something else or bad conduct, don't be discouraged if there's more than one thing. You can at least inquire. All they can do is say no. So hopefully that gives you some ideas on what is available to you. It'll help you with your insurance rates. It'll help you with your driving privileges. Don't abuse it. A lot of jurisdictions nowadays do keep track. Oh, and some are a simple payment. Others are a diversion system where they will have you go to a driving school online or in person. They will have you sign an agreement that says you are not going to commit a similar offense within a certain period of time. They will then run your record, and if you have another violation anywhere, then that amendment that you worked hard and paid for will go away, and the original charge will be reinstated, and it will affect your record. So you want to address your behavior, whatever got you into this situation, and correct it so that you get the benefit of the amendment that you're asking for. Also, if you're a commercial driver, this is even more important. But driving is a privilege, and it can be taken away, and it will be taken away if the if there are excessive violations. So for wherever you live, and if you move from place to place, don't assume that they're all the same. Find out what the rules are in your new jurisdiction. There are rules for changing over your driver's license to your new state or commonwealth when you move. It's 10 days, 14 days, 20 days, 30 days. Find out what that is, and find out what the privileges are, or the requirements are for the privileges of driving, and what the point system or strikes are that are available. And drive carefully.